Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another big ring handicap event, this time the London Loop, featuring the whole London circuit plus the Box Hill climb. So a difficult parcours for today, as we see initial rollouts, another good turnout again. We'll go through the field. Bumblebee ride leader this week is McBrien. Quickly then also there's Rowney, Devereaux, the Marsland brothers, Stafford and Clayton Marsland, Stokes, New, Kitson, Costa Beale, Parker, Martin, Petshak, Carey, Matthews, Plummer, Leach, Burns, Saunders, Jones and Tran, with a lot of new riders this week. And we are noticing a couple of riders with no weight handicap, and they are going off the front. So we're watching live racing now. This is coming up the Northumberland Avenue climb. New riders will perhaps not appreciate this is a possible place where splits can occur, and we start to see the field string out a touch. As the lead group enters the underground tube system now, we see a split has occurred of approximately 15 seconds. So the main group 15 seconds up the road, and a secondary group following, including riders such as New, Matthews, Marsland, Leach, Burns, and a third group on the road, Rowney, Tran, Parker and Carey, who if they work together could bring it back. The riders just on the lower slopes now of the Box Hill climb. It's listed at 4.3% for 3 kilometres this hill, although that's a bit deceptive because the top of the KOM climb before the banner does flatten out, so I think steeper than that on average. As we settle into the climb and looking through, it is riders Petshak, Stokes, Marsland, Saunders, Devereaux, Kitson, McBrien, Leach, Matthews, Burns, Marsland, Plummer, New, Costa Beale, in that order as we start to make our way up the climb. This is what makes this course so tricky. It starts out flat, obviously, so a flat course until we get to the climb, then a significant climb, a descent, and small flat section back to the finish line. So it really does need an all-round rider to be successful on the London Loop handicap. So reviewing from the back of the field, this is Martin trailing at the minute, and all the way forward to Petshak, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, looking back over his shoulder to Stokes and Marsland, who are about 6 seconds behind. So at the back of the race there's Tran and Martin, Parker, Carey, he's a former winner, as is Anthony Plummer, back from his 1 week off, that's good to see. Ben Rowney putting up very consistent effort on this climb. He's doing well actually. And Costa Beale, who's a newcomer. This is James New. Devereaux, a first time rider. Kitson likewise. Burns has ridden the events before. Moving up in order through the field. McBrien, who's substituting for Davies as Bumblebee ride leader today, to Stafford Marsland. The battle of the two Marsland brothers is going to be something to behold over the coming weeks, I'd imagine. This is Saunders, Leach, Marsland, just a couple of seconds between each of these riders. This is Clayton Marsland, riding in sight of Matthews and Stokes and Petshak, who it is his first time, but we look over his shoulder, there's a gap of 9 seconds, so a significant gap. He's close to cresting the hill. This is him coming over the banner, so the banner provides a good checkpoint. We'll see the riders through there. This is Stokes and Matthews. Matthews just ahead of Stokes by 2 seconds. So we'll check the positions. Clayton Marsland over the banner. Leach. Stafford Marsland now. He's 20 seconds behind. Saunders. Ben Rowney has made up a lot of ground there and a lot of positions, I think, on that climb. So that's a big effort. Burns. McBrien. To Zane, Carey and Devereaux. Now after the banner there's a flat section before a final little pinch up and over, and the descent back down onto the flat and towards the tube station once again. Kitson, James New, Parker, Costabile, and Plummer, with Martin and Jones still to come up. So the climb certainly has split the riders on the way up. The descent may provide an opportunity for some people to utilise the extra kilograms they're carrying to try and mount a comeback on the descent, as we're watching Petashak now still with his lead of 20 seconds or so. But this is what we're seeing, Matthews and Stokes now. If they ride together and work together, they may have a chance of pulling back the lead rider, Petashak. Also Leach and Clayton Marsland now. So it's first, then a group of two, then another group of two. That may be our podium finishes if these gaps stick. But again, this is Devereaux and Carey, another pair who, if they work together, could potentially overhaul some of the riders in front. So this is Petashak coming out of the tube station, and he has been in fact passed by Stokes and Matthews. Stokes and Matthews now have a lead of 5 seconds. They were 20 seconds behind on that descent. So they have really worked together. This is Stokes looking over his shoulder. So Stokes and Matthews as they approach Tower Bridge, so they're quite close to the finish line. Stokes is having to really put down some big numbers there to catch up with Matthews. Matthews looks to be pushing ahead on the bridge. So this is our two leaders. Two leaders on the road, Stokes and Matthews. Back to Petashak. Then this is Marsland, who is approaching Petashak. And is he gone? Marsland just blows straight by him. I think Petashak is cooked. And so can Marsland catch up to Stokes and Matthews? That'll be one to watch. Although this is Leach now and Stafford Marsland. With Carey now, and we can see up ahead Devereaux, McBrien and Burns. This is McBrien looking forward to Burns. Rowney has powered ahead and is 13 seconds ahead of McBrien currently. As we get to the business end, this is coming up to the finish now. We're with Marsland, Matthews and Stokes. So Clayton Marsland did catch up to the lead two riders on his first ride. We're coming up to the finish, only a couple hundred metres to go. We're watching Marsland's numbers at 430 watts. Looks like Stokes is pulling away. His watts per kilogram's gone orange. He's up to over 8 and 10 watts per kilogram. Stokes is gone. Stokes has mounted his sprint early. Fantastic. Fantastic sprint across the line. Clayton Marsland and Matthews. Marsland must have been in the hole after making up that ground, but a great finish nevertheless. This is his brother Stafford Marsland and Leach, looking to see who will come home out of the saddle. Both riders working hard at 170 beats, so this is Leach ahead of Stafford Marsland. We see Marsland out of the saddle. He's must be putting down huge numbers. He's up to 8 watts per kilo. He overhauls Leach. Stafford Marsland will be the next across the line to Leach. Saunders coming across solo to Rowney. I don't normally like to give credit to Rowney, but that was a good hill climb. This is Burns. We're seeing again every rider putting in full effort all the way across the line. This is Devereaux out sprinting McBrien. Ride leader had nothing to answer with. To Carey, Zane Carey. It's just a bit tricky following riders across the line when they come out of the event module. This is Kitson. Again, 180 beats a minute. Consistently we're seeing that people are topping out. James New across the line. Parker. Then Anthony Plummer. We can't call him Adam Hansen anymore. He missed a week last week. Costabile and Martin rounding out the field. Apologies to any that have dropped off the list there. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video this week. The rides are getting bigger and better every time we hold an event, so thanks for your support, thanks for spreading the word. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, tell your friends to join the Facebook group, and we'll see you next time.